Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the New York Empoleon's Week 3 Battle of the UBL Season 7. We are here this week taking on the Vancouver Titangs, coached by Jack or Gray, depending on which side of the slash you're looking at in Discord. But either way, if you have not seen them before, go check them out. Link is in the description below, as are all the other coaches in the UBL this season. We are currently 0-2, but it has not felt like that. We are far off of these. We are not far out of winning these matches. I'm going to turn the chat to emote only, but I was asking them real quick if they could hear the game audio. So that sounds like they can, which is good. So we can get started as soon as possible. But as always, if you are here on Twitch with me, then I appreciate that, but you can't talk to me because I can't get help. And I will, if you are watching this on YouTube later and you want to watch it on Twitch, link for that is also in the description below. They get streamed about a week early and they get unlisted, so you can't watch them like in advance of the battle. It's either you're there live or you don't get to see it before the upload date. So that's how this league is working for me right now. We do see it as Kyurem, Crocodile, Aegislash, Togekiss, Blaziken, and Araquanid. So no Starmie, no Regirock, which is fun. Those two mons were annoying, but especially I think no Thwackey being an interesting one here. Thwackey, of course, is annoying. Araquanid has the potential to be like an absolute menace. Webs are not my favorite thing in the world in this particular game. And I don't really have a way to just Oko it off the bat. I could lead with Seismitoad here. It seems pretty safe, especially without a Thwackey, to get rocks up. I only have Defog, and if you lead with Webs, I think I'm probably just going to go for like a knockoff instead and then switch into Girder to deal with the Webs. But I do have Defog on the Girder, and it is going to be able to keep Webs off the field for a little bit. And it does 1v1 in Araquanid if it needs to. I would rather it not 1v1 in Araquanid, if we're being honest, because it means it's less likely to 1v1 the Kyurem, and it needs to 1v1 the Kyurem, or I will just lose. Because if you look at the rest of my roster, I don't really have an answer to Kyurem. I really don't. I just don't. And that's just true of my roster, period. Like, that's not, oh, I didn't bring my Kyurem answer. Like, Girder is the best I've got. And that's what we're rocking out with. So good luck to my opponent. Yeah, that's going to be it. All right, so it is AG leading off here. We're going to lead with Toad. Now, this could be weakness policy AG, which I didn't bring Ditto, so could just kind of pop off real quick. I'm just going to Rocks here. If you, like, autotomize, then I know not to go for super effective moves. And if you don't autotomize, then we'll be okay. Because I can go into Rotom, I can set screens, I can Willow, I can chip this thing down into range of threats on my team without setting off a weakness policy. So does switch it out immediately into that name. So probably going to try to set up the Sticky Web here. Not sure what you were expecting me to lead. Oh, I don't really want to remove my own rocks right away. I think I'm just going to click knockoff here. This thing also doesn't really do anything to Seismitoad, so I can definitely just slowly wear this thing down with like knockoff and sludge bomb damage, and just like eventually it'll die. So boots are gone, toxic comes out. Okay. And I guess, look, I have this timer for a reason, so let's use it, you know? So it's just going to count down for 2 minutes, and then I will remember to check my timer. You're probably going to set up Webs here. I could go Kartana. I don't love going Kartana here. I think I don't want to, I don't know. I'm going to go Rotom. And try to set up screens here. Infestation. Okay. Interesting. So I could just set up a light screen and then Volt Switch out? You're probably going to Toxic again. Why don't I just Volt Switch first? Why don't I just not set up a screen and click Volt Switch? I expect Toxic to be the move you're going to click here. Or maybe Webs. You do have Crook. So you could go into it, I guess. But it seems risky. And that's going to put you down under 50%. You could set up Webs here. You could just click Toxic here. I could just go Kartana right now. It doesn't just straight win, but it does threaten this. And I don't mind it, you know, coming in here. It nullifies Toxic. And Webs aren't up yet. Yeah, there's the Toxic. So Blaziken probably comes in right now. I'd rather not take a hit, so I think Leaf Blade would be my best click here. This is an Araquanid. And I do kill it. So, yeah, let's just click Leaf Blade and just do damage to whatever. Not stressing about it. Yeah, so that's Blaziken. I don't really mind Blaziken coming in. It takes rocks, it takes a Leaf Blade, and I'm just going to switch out. You know, I've got like nothing tying me to having this in right now. That's pretty defensive too. So I'll take that extra damage. It looks like lefties. Okay. And I could just go Seismitoad right now. You could probably go for a fighting type move, but Seismitoad seems relatively free. And then I can just either Earth Power or Sludge Bomb, depending on how I feel that particular day. I'm thinking that I mean, a fire move is reasonably likely, but a fighting move seems safer just against the roster I brought, which is why I thought maybe Mesprit would be better here. But yeah, there's the fighting move. But we can tank that just fine with the Seismitoad, so. And now you're definitely going to switch out. And you could go back into your Araquanid. I think my best switch in here is going to be Rotom, because your switches are either Araquanid or Togekiss, depending on what you're expecting me to do. And you're never staying in, because this is your check to Kartana. It's your only answer to Kartana. And I think you're going to just go Araquanid, which I can't even kill with this. So I could just go Rotom and then threaten that with a Volt Switch. And just not have to stress about it at all. And Blaziken, I mean, Blaziken could U-turn, I guess. Which we do see it's probably going to U-turn instead of hard switch, which is unfortunate because it does allow you to go into, I don't know, Kyurem. Oh, Protect. Trying to stall extra toxic damage, but I got my Rotom in for free there. And I'm just going to click Reflect here, I think. And scout out what you're going to try to do here. So we see lefties Protect. It's interesting. Goes for another Protect. Lets me set up Reflect for free. I'll take that. And I could just Light Screen now. Let's see. I could just Light Screen now. I don't really know what you're going to do to me. Or I just Volt Switch on the potential anything but Crook. I don't think you go Crook, though. Yeah, I'm going to Volt. I'm just going to keep Light Screen not on the table yet. Try to keep pressure on this roster. Blaziken seems physically defensive, and is the only check you have to Kartana, so. Out comes the Aegislash, looks like. Alright, so we're just going to get off a nice big Volt Switch here. And that's going to let me go into Volk. And Volcarona. I did change, by the way. I heard there was a comment on the first week of the season battle where I had my name for Kartana be Volk, V-O-L-K-E, and I called Volcarona Volk all the time. So I changed Kartana's nickname to a different Fire Emblem thief. Because I was like, I don't think I should have that confusion exist in this game. So we're just going to Quiver Dance. If you Toxic, you Toxic. Not the end of the world. And if you don't Toxic, then Quiver Dance is amazing. And Togekiss basically is the one thing that can maybe break through this at that point. Kyurem can probably take one Fiery Dance or Bug Buzz at that point, but if it's a physical set, I've got to Reflect. If it's a special set, then I've got Quiver Dance boosts, so hopefully this just puts pressure on my opponent to be forced to make awkward plays that they don't really want to make, and that's sort of the goal. Really glad I brought Psychic over Giga Drain, because they brought the Blaziken and not the Regirock. So what is this going to be? Togekiss? Okay. And it is Boots. Okay. So we just Quiver Dance here. It's going to live any hit from me. It's probably going to T-Wave. Oh, I wish I had Sub. Okay. I'm actually just going to switch into Rotom then. I don't need to win right now. You know, I can win later. I don't want to sack one of my 2 possible win cons, especially knowing that this is Boots now. It's probably going to T-Wave, and I don't really want to deal with a T-Wave right now. Even though I could Quiver Dance 2 more times and just be unkillable, I think this is the better, safer switch. So there's the T-Wave. Yeah. Look, setting up and then being willing to let it go is, I think, a really important part of Pokemon. So we're just going to Light Screen here and scout out kind of what this is going to do. And I can check the number of turns of Reflect. My timer probably ran out at this point. I haven't really been paying a ton of attention. But we're going to look here, see what the timer says. Out comes the Kyurem. Are you Boots? You are also Boots. Okay. Okay. But Light Screen comes out, and we are at 7:43. All right, so we're just going to Volt Switch here. Not a lot to think about on that play. I didn't look at how long the Reflect was still going to be up for, but I guess worst case you sub, but that's okay. So I'm just going to go Girder. You could Freeze Dry. We know you're not Specs or anything, though. Wow, everything's got Boots, though. Boots, Boots, Boots. Oh, man. Here's the Freeze Dry. That's going to do nothing. Okay. It didn't do nothing. It did damage, but it did manageable amounts of damage. And now we've got Girder. Girder lets back in the Togekiss, which isn't ideal necessarily. But I'm just going to knock off, and then I get rid of the Boots on something. And I would not mind that. Draco's never going to kill me here, and it's not even going to come that close. I don't think it 2-hit KOs, so getting rid of the Boots on this would be great. Getting rid of the Boots on Togekiss would be great. Getting rid of the leftovers on Blaziken would be great. Araquanid might come in just to, yeah. But it's going to take 25% here. And then it's going to take a knockoff. And how much is it going to take from this knockoff? It doesn't have great physical defense. Looks like Mach Punch range. Hold on. Mach Punch does 6 to 8%. Okay. I hope this kills. Okay, we're good. So no webs, and that's good. That's really good. So Girder kills Araquanid with Mach Punch. You're going to get your Togekiss back in, but Girder's still at full health, still checks the Kyurem really well. And Crook can't come in here. AG could come in here, I guess. But I think it's Togekiss, right? Yeah. So I could go Rotom. I could go Seismitoad. Seismitoad's a little bit sketchy, though, because Air Slash just eventually beats me. Whereas Rotom, at least, Air Slash does not eventually beat. And I'm going to check screens real quick. What am I at right now? Okay, my Reflect is gone. My Light Screen's still for 4 more turns. So yeah, let's go Rotom. We can reset the Reflect here. And Togekiss is just going to continue to be a little bit of a frustration here. But Dazzling Gleam comes out. We are behind a Light Screen, so that's fine. Do I reset the reflect here? Yeah, probably. And so that's going to give you a free switch into something, but I don't even know what you're going to make. What makes the best use of that free switch? If Kyurem comes in here, then I just hard switch to Girder. I don't let Rotom take any more damage. If the Crook comes in here, I have the reflect now. So Air Slash comes out. So you have some speed investment. Okay. Flinch. Okay. With that in mind, I guess I could just Volt Switch and just ignore the reflect, try to get out with the Rotom and do some damage to this Togekiss before I die. And while the light screen is still active. Okay. Okay, misses the Air Slash altogether. So 2 flinches in a row, but then a miss, so we're good. It does about 30%, so I can get a calc on that. Togekiss. Nope, that's Togedemaru. That's pretty specially defensive, it looks like. So we're just going to go into Kartana, right? Just go Kartana. Especially defensive. So yeah, we're going to go Kartana here, and we're going to click... This is sketchy. This is super sketchy. Because you could have Flamethrower. I don't know your 4th move. And the light screen wears off here. So if you have Flamethrower, you're going to click it right now. Because, well, you might not. Because Smart Strike just kills you. If I'm not like the crazy set that I am. I think I want to just click Knockoff, though. Do I risk it? Yeah, I risk it. Volcarona can still win this game, so... and we're continuing to bluff a little bit of like Scarf and stuff, so... And Blaziken, of course, comes in. Not surprising at all. So, get rid of the leftovers, which is super nice for later. We're going to get out against Blaziken. We've got Seismitoad that's just doing its job. We've got a Mesprit that's job is sort of not even been involved in the game yet. So yeah, let's go Mesprit. Let's go Mesprit. Blaziken. Can't type. Lost leftovers. There's the close combat. Does basically nothing. I can set up another light screen here. Although Crook comes in right now, which I don't love. But I don't really have an answer to that. So yeah, we're just going to go light screen here. If Crook comes in, it comes in. Nothing I can realistically say to prevent that from happening this particular second. Oh, it's AG. Okay. We're just going to click light screen. And we're gonna get out. You are also leftovers. Okay, so we've got my notes have the way it's ordered. It is literally leftovers boots, blank boots, because we haven't seen Crocodile yet. So we're gonna find out together eventually what that Crocodile item is. But that's pretty funny. So we have light screen for a few turns here. Maybe should have just gone Volcarona there, but I don't know if you're physical or special yet. I haven't seen any of your moves, so... Shadow Ball. I figured you were special, but... That Spit F drop doesn't matter, ultimately. I'm going to Earth Power here, because I don't want to hit King Shield. And then I think I just knock off after that. If Togekiss wants to try to come in on that, that's whatever. And yeah, so I don't want to hit King Shield. And then I'm just going to knock off the leftovers. You'll probably stay in at that point, but if you do go into Togekiss being like, you went for Earth Power, I'm going to be super sneaky and go for Togekiss. Then I at least get rid of the boots, and that thing just needs to be chipped. I think Seismitoad is good, but I don't really know, outside of like Healing Wish healing it, and I don't think it's worth being the Healing Wish target from the Mesprit. I don't know how I get a ton more use out of it. If I can get one of Kyurem or Togekiss here and knock off their boots, that would be outstanding. That would be like all I can ask of Seismitoad at this point. Getting rid of lefties on Aegislash isn't bad either. And there's a chance with the light screen. I guess I have -1 special defense. I was going to say there's a chance with the light screen that I can live a hit from the Togekiss and then just Sludge Bomb it too. So we do see the Togekiss is what comes out here. And we're just going to knock off into the Togekiss. Get rid of the boots. The timer expired again. My 2-minute timer that like reminds me to check the timer. But I feel like I haven't even used 2 minutes yet since the last time. So at 5:25, we're still good on time. Let's go for a Sludge Bomb. Let this thing go down. You could miss an Air Slash, or you go for a Roost. Okay. I mean, I'll let this thing die to a Toxic. It's annoying, but if I get poison on this, that would just be outstanding. So, no poison. That's because you're gonna. I think I died to poison here. If not, you're probably gonna attack rather than Roost again. Yeah, I died of poison here. Okay, so Araquanid, Toxic, kills Seismitoad. I've got Rotom at this point if I want it. I've got Kartana at this point if I want it. I'm going to go Rotom. I know they're just going to click Air Slash. It's kind of frustrating, but I would love to get a light screen up here if I can. I know they don't have Flamethrower, so I know that Kartana can take a hit from this thing. And Blaziken's at about 50% after the next switch into Rocks. Whoops. Okay. So we get the light screen up. And now we're just going to Volt. And if we die, we die. I don't know what the set that Crook is running is. It could be some crazy, like, Fire Fang with Rindo Berry and Intimidate set that, like, just hard walls Kartana, like, 10 ways from Sunday, but... come on, Volt Switch. Ah! Don't stall out turns of my own thing, because I need that. I have 8 turns, 6 turns left, so hopefully I get it here. I mean, this is, you know, it's a Togekiss. It's not a big deal. This is what you expect. You got to be prepared for it. I like to think that I am. Dazzling Gleam comes out to not flinch, maybe to think that it gets the kill. Did that crit? It didn't crit. Wow. Okay. Which I'm okay with, actually, because you didn't stall out any extra turns. So I'm going to go into Kartana. Togekiss kills Rotom. Wash with Dazzling Gleam. You have Thunder Wave. That would be the one play you could make here that would be suboptimal for me going for anything other than Smart Strike. So I think I have to go for it. Unfortunately, I can't set up quite yet. Should kill though. Aw, man. Should have just gone for the Swords Dance there. I should have gone for the Swords Dance there. That would have been game. I didn't think they would switch out, though. I thought they would just go for the... I guess they're pretty convinced that I'm choiced. But this is within range now. I just need to set up... a... Oh, man. We have no item. And I have a light screen. Flare Blitz annihilates me. Close Combat's a roll. I don't know. I think Leaf Blade kills, though. Based on how much the Smart Strike just did, it looks like Leaf Blade should kill from there, but let's be smart. Let's go out into the Mesprit here. Let's click Healing Wish. and switches out into AG? Okay. How many turns of light screen are left? 3? I still have answers somewhere. Yeah, let's go Volcarona here. Let's go Volcarona. We can Quiver Dance in front of an Aegislash. I don't really care. And then... we have a light screen up right now for a few turns, so this shouldn't do a ton. And Togekiss is now in range, so... Or I just go for a Fiery Dance here. It's not Scarf Kyurem. It could be Scarf Crook. Yeah, let's Quiver Dance. Let's Quiver Dance. Let's do it. Let's do it. Togekiss has no boots. It's in range of Fiery Dance, hopefully. If not, I'm still going to go for the Fiery Dance against it. You stayed in. Do you have, like, Rock Slide? Or Head Smash? Do you have Head Smash? Oh, God. There's the Rock Slide. Misses the Rock Slide. This game's so easy. Who's stressing? Who's stressing? You stressing? I'm not stressing. I wasn't worried about it. Aegislash didn't just beat me right there. If it did kill me with a Rock Slide, I was going to go Kartana and make the Swords Dance read on the King Shield, and then with the... I think I live a Shadow Ball. Although Light Screen would be gone. I should live a Shadow Ball. Maybe? That's fine. Can you live a Fiery Dance now? I don't think so. Maybe. I'm gonna go for it. Switches out. Interesting. Into Blaziken? Okay. So then Volcarona kills Blaziken with Fiery Dance. I think you living that Fiery Dance was like your real chance to take me down there. Because I don't think at +2 your Crook is ever going to live, even if it has the berry for Bug Buzz. And Kyurem maybe comes in. It is Intimidate. But there's no Sash. A berry, no berry. AV's certainly not saving your life. So Volcarona kills Kyurem. Not Kyurem. Crocodile. With Bug Buzz? Okay. Kyurem comes out. It still has boots. It might live. We still have 3 minutes left. They have less than a minute, so I'm just going to take a second and do this calc. It looks like it would live from full potentially, but won't live, or it's a roll maybe to kill from here. But if it's a special Kyurem, like exclusively, it doesn't even matter if this doesn't kill. So Kyurem dies. So Volcarona kills Kyurem with Bug Buzz. Togekiss comes out, or Aegislash comes out. Alright, so we're just gonna go... Because you actually, like... I feel like you might be real upset if you live this hit. But you might live this hit. At +2, I don't think you do, but at +1, you probably... I think it was a roll. So Volcarona kills Aegislash with Fiery Dance. And Togekiss, +3 Volcarona, Fire Dance should finish us off here. Especially from this thing at 50% after the boots are gone. The Rock Slide was good tech, certainly. It was, let's see, I don't know what the investment was. Let's say it was like max attack, but... So yeah, I would have, if it's max attack adamant, I definitely die. If it's 0 attack, I definitely die. So yeah, that Rock Slide miss obviously let that set up and sweep, but I do think that the Kartana comes in off of that, and I just click Swords Dance. He'd been playing like I was choice the entire game, so I mean, it did let the Volcarona sweep instead of the Kartana, but I think if the Kartana comes in and clicks Swords Dance on the King Shield, then knockoff should still kill. And then I just go for then I win from there with Volcarona. If all that failed, then yeah, I think I lost that game, but seemed okay right there. We lucked out with a 10% miss from the Rock Slide. Definitely helped facilitate that sweep. But thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys all back here next week as we continue on in the UBL. Oh, I did want to mention before we go that I have some transactions that I made for this team. So I made 3 transactions. I think this team was fine, but you can see that I was struggling to use some of the mons. I never even brought Dragonite, even though it was my first round pick and I really wanted to try it. Mesprit, as you could see, was just fodder. It was not doing what it needed to do. It wasn't pressuring anything in the last couple of matches. And the last mon that I had to switch out was Girder. I regret it. I love Girder. Girder is great. If you ever have a chance to draft Girder, do so. It's amazing. But say hello instead of Dragonite, Mesprit, and Girder. We are going to be picking up Como-O, Gardevoir, and Archeops. So it should be a lot of fun, a lot of firepower and setup potential on those mons as well. I think Gardevoir is just a straight up upgrade from Mesprit in a lot of ways. Same speed tier, but gives me a really useful secondary stab and more offensive pressure. Como-O I'm much more comfortable with than Dragonite. Is another thing that can still switch in on the fire type moves and stuff targeted at the Kartana, but one thing I was struggling with, as you can see, was special ghost types. Like Aegislash was really just a pain because I didn't ever switch into Shadow Ball. So now you can't spam Shadow Ball. Like, you can spam something else, fine. I have better physical defense switch-ins. So Como-O gives me a, like, you can't spam Shadow Ball button because of Bulletproof. And I just wanted some more speed, so Archeops fit the bill. Girder just kind of got tossed in there as it was the right number of points, and I was picking up the fighting type in Como-O anyway. So that'll be the new roster for next week. We are keeping Kartana, we are keeping Volcarona, we are keeping Rotom, all the like big names that are on the team right now that are doing work, Slurpuff, those are all staying, but we're also going to be grabbing Como-O, Gardevoir, and Archeops. So hopefully, yeah, and Como-O, as Playmaker says, give me the rocks back, so I don't lose rocks. Actually, I pick up an extra rocker and Archeops if I really am desperate for a rocker that week. But I don't know how many times anyone's ever run Rocks Archeops because I feel like it does other things better. But I kept the flying type with Archeops. I got an extra rocker. I kept the psychic type with Gardevoir. The speed tier that I had with Gardevoir or with Mesprit and Dragonite I kept with Gardevoir, and then picked up actually a little bit of extra speed on the Como-O. And then Girder is a defogger, but I picked that back up with Archeops as well. So lots of it seems synergistic, and the team seems like it's going to help facilitate me moving forward. Because as you can see, like this was a hard matchup. I think, honestly, I misplayed by not going for the Swords Dance against the Togekiss with the Kartana. Because I don't know. I guess I just thought you would the Togekiss. You were like, like everything's dead, so Togekiss, I don't need it. It lost its boots, like everything's dead, so you're just gonna T-wave, and if I do something crazy, then that's fine. But it is what it is. I didn't end up getting the sweep there with Kartana, which that seems like life, Kartana didn't end up doing anything. Might be the title of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys all back next week with a brand new team, with some transactions, and then also with some more fun and chaotic sets like Min Attack Kartana that didn't. I mean, it did damage, I guess, at some times, but it did what it needed to do, I think. It let Volcarona sweep. So thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everybody.